let me to introduce myself. My name is Ainun Apriawan. I am a student from University of Sulawesi Barat, majoring English language education. So, here I would like to explain about my mid text from my lecture Mr. Adi Isma SPD MPD about English specific purpose. Right, but before that, let us say thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us mercy and blessing, so I can gather and attend in here in good condition and happy situation to present it about the mid text. And don't forget to say salam and salawat to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has bring us from the darkness to the brightness. And also don't forget to say thanks to my lecturer Mr. Adisma who has given me chance to present about material about English specific purpose. Right. Firstly, I will explain about introduction of English specific purpose. Introduction of English specific purpose. Once upon a time, there was a city called ELT. The people of ELT a comfortable, if not extravagant life, the noble goals of literature and grammar. There were differences. Of course, some people prefer to call themselves as evil people, while others belong to a group known as ESL. But two groups live in easy tolerance of each other, more united and disunited. ESP, like any form of language teaching, is primarily concerned with learning, but it is our view that in its development up to now, ESP has paid scant attention to the question of how people learn, focusing instead on the question of what people learn. Okay, next material. Okay, the next material is about development of ESP. Development ESP from its early beginning in the 1960s. ESP has undergone three main phases of development. It is now in fourth phase, with a fifth phase starting to emerge. We shall describe each of the five phases in greater detail in later chapter, but it will provide a useful perspective to give a brief summary. Here, it should be pointed out first of all that ESP is not a monolithic universal. ESP has developed at different speeds in different countries, and all the approaches we shall describe can be found operating in the world and the present time. Our summary must therefore general in its focus. Okay, next material is about course design. Course design here usually being determined either by tradition, choice of textbook or ministerial decree of the ESP teacher. Course design is often a substantial and important part of the workload. Designing a course is fundamentally a matter of asking questions in order to provide a rational basis for the subsequent processes. of syllable design, material writing, classroom teaching, and evaluation. Alright, next material. Next material is about language description. This area are drawn from the various language description that have been developed by succeeding schools of thought in language. We can identify 6 main stages of development. Firstly, classical or traditional grammar. This description were based on an analysis of the role played by each word in the sentence. Second, structural linguistic. In a structural linguistic description, the grammar of the language is described in terms of syntagmatic structure, which carry the fundamental preposition and nation. Third, transformation general grammar. Chomsky concludes that this problem arose because language uses being analyzed and described in isolation from the human mind which produced it. It must be viewed as a reflection of human thought path. Fourth, language variation and register analysis. Fifth, functional, and the last is discourse analysis. Right? Okay. The last material is about need analysis. This is an assumption that owes more to institutional inertia and the wake of tradition than to any reality, but it is a powerful force. Nevertheless, in fact, this is the weakest of all arguments because it is always possible to specify needs, even if it is only need to pass the exam at the end of the school year. Since it is the hours of a target situation, a definable need to communicate in English that distinguishes the ESP learner from the learner of general language. Okay, well, I think enough for me. Thank you very much. Also, don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe my channel YouTube because it is improve my scoring from my lecture. Okay, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.